like right in the middle.
But you were talking about how, you experience this joy and then your belief system takes over.
Mm-hmm.
I have watched myself recently do that on several occasions. And I feel it, and I stop, and part of me is going, no, I really don't want to do that. But the belief system is just
Driving.
yeah,
Oh.
it's like, but,
Yes.
and I see it.
Yeah.
Part of me is going, no.
And that driving.
And the belief system is just strong on its heels going, but
what a gift it is that you can actually see it.
Exactly. And I'm thinking, okay, now that I can see it,
I have
it won't
a choice.
be too long before
Yeah,
the choice is not so hard.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so as you were saying that, I was thinking, oh,
Yeah.
right. So it feels icky while you're in the middle of that, I really want to,
Yeah, it's painful.
It's
It's
painful.
yucky.
It's just kind of like,
it's like, that is me.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now
Oh,
I need to deal with that. But again, we do have that ability.
Exactly.
We do have that
Like,
ability.
wow, that's really
We
hard.
can deal with ourselves.
Do I really want to expend the effort to do that one? Okay. Okay, let me do it.
Really, because
I can do
that's
this.
it. It takes so much more effort to hold those things in place than to just let them go and be who you really are.
Exactly. And I can feel that. It feels like, oh my God, it's going to be so much effort just to do but and that part of me just keeps going like a broken record.
But who
Yes.
are we? Who are we really are changes. What we think we're going to do or be or am.
But who we really are never changes.
Truly.
Correct.
And all we're doing is
But what
trying
is
to
that?
get closer to it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Trying to let go of all the things that are not us. All of those
Right.
points of view that really are not us. They're just interesting points of view.
Right. But the he doesn't care if your soul is powerful as a star when you go to buy your groceries, or the rent doesn't care. The landlord doesn't care that you've got 3 ascended masters or a 9th level Pleiadian.
So what are you saying? It's
who
not
you are.
because it doesn't translate into 3D, then it's not valid or
What I'm saying
worthwhile?
is it's somewhat like detached to go, well, I'm a part of God and I'm this ultimate soul of ultimate love and power in the universe.
But they don't care.
But the 3-dimensional world around you doesn't care.
Let me ask you a question. Do you need them to care?
Well,
Look at it.
I mean, you need,
Who
in
does
order
that
to
belong
function
to,
in
Ed?
society,
But there it is.
Who does that
I
belong
need to fit.
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
You
I
don't
need
fit.
to
You're
fit.
never going to fit.
right.
And
You were not made to fit.
Yeah.
None of us were.
no, we're all individuals.
But that doesn't mean that we don't find in our efforts to raise our vibration and in finding ourselves that we can't master that as we master our own ability to create instead of being the leaf pushed around on the
Instead of being the victim,
Okay, 'cause
avoid that word, but yes,
it's okay.
instead of being the victim, then we become the creator. We become the one who can shift those realities rather than being at the mercy of those realities.
Right.
Because it's all us. We're not detached. The more that you see that you are the creator God, the more you realize you are everything you see.
Okay, understand that. But there's short-term goals, there's long-term goals, right? A long-term goal is to go, I am going to ascend, and a creator God and all that other stuff,
And your
right?
short-term goal is I want to pay the rent.
And the short-term goal is, do I get a job? Do I, move home to Mississippi? Do I do this? Do I do that? What do I do, right? And if I say, well, I do nothing so that I can become more light and loving and all these other things, there are people that have made their living on that, right? You guys make your living on that. You now make your living on that. But I haven't been guided to walk up to UTB and ask for a job as a classic psychic or whatever. It's I'm just sitting here, kind of
So what would you,
watching things
what would
not
you
happen.
really love to be doing? What would make you happy?
Well, and that's funny. I've been watching a bunch of movies, like The Bottle Shock,
Yeah.
which is about a lawyer who leaves his job. He's a partner at a law firm and becomes a winery, a
that was a
vineyard,
good year.
owns a vineyard. No,
Yeah, that was a good year.
maybe.
Okay.
Okay, so there was two movies that we
Sure.
watched. Bottle Shock, where the attorney from Los Angeles
Okay.
goes to Napa Valley to and buys a thing, and then he thinks he failed, and he goes back to it. He's going to ask for his job back.
Right.
Then there's The Good Year,
Right.
which is also about a stock trader who leaves his stock trading to run
A vineyard.
a vineyard. These are all like passions and things that they want to do. And it's igniting in me a desire to do something that is passionate. But as you said, I see all these barriers, right? I've been working 16 months on a court case to get one thing on my credit, which every attorney, the judge, and everybody has agreed to, but it's taken 16 months.
Okay. And?
And it's still not cleared up.
But the thing
And my
is-
attorney goes months without talking to me.
Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You're right here. How wonderful. That credit will never define you.
Sure.
Let it go.
Yeah.
Trust that it'll be resolved.
Well, and the failure of
Because-
that over the months has
Okay,
discouraged
Ah,
me.
right
there
there,
it
right
is.
there. The failure of this over the months has
Yeah.
created it as a failure in your reality.
So you add an
Made it that reality.
expectation
I'm
of
sorry.
that to be a certain resolve. So let that expectation go and know that you are the creator, know that it will be resolved and let it go. Because what it is doing, truly, if you look at it in observation, you are clouded by this paradigm of this credit to be this, and if I don't get that, I will become this to the world.
So it's a lesson.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So that is clouding your now clarity because you're concentrating on that which is not giving you the now because you're focused on that. Does that make sense?
Yes. To complicate it a little bit, I've thought that I was manifesting it properly. I thought that I was
But that's
processing
okay.
this.
That's what you were thinking then to get to the point of now. This is an ascension.
So what if you stop judging it? What if you stop judging yourself about it?
Well, again, so I continue to rise in vibration about this subject, right? Thinking, well, okay, I feel good about it. I feel good about it for weeks, and I'm gonna forget about it. And I don't care if my lawyer calls me back or anything. Then a couple months goes by, and something happens where I get my credit report, or something happens where I finally get in touch with my attorney, or something happens where I get a letter, and nothing's changed. And so then I all of a sudden go, well, how did I screw this manifestation
Do
up?
you,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
And so that's the judgment. Did
That's
you
the
screw it up?
judgment.
Or is there some other reason that it's that way?
Okay, well, and I've also thought, well, my path is to go here, or I'm supposed to do this, or I'm supposed to do that. And 6 months goes by, and it doesn't happen. And I go, well, how did I think 6 months ago that I was going to be here? Or how did I think a year ago that I was going to be here?
Okay,
And I'm not there.
okay,
Maybe
so
there were
what
some other
if,
things that you weren't aware of at that time.
and what if those things brought you to the next thing that was actually the thing that you were going to be doing, okay? And if you hadn't chosen those things or thought you were going to be doing those things, you would never have met the next opportunity.
Well, sometimes you don't see the golden breadcrumb across the rise,
Which
and
is
it
what-
sucks, right?
I know it sucks, but that's what the trust is to go from that distance of on the other side to
Yeah.
back to now.
Yeah.
And trust, moment to moment to moment to moment.
Gotcha.
Okay, so
And that's the choosing of the known of here's what's not working out into how the fuck is it
The
gonna
unknown.
work out.
Exactly.
Right, and so I think each time you get to the reiteration of feeling pissed, which we've heard earlier is the lower vibration, which is not a lower vibration, but a raising of the chaos vibration, you keep realizing that you don't want to keep doing that, knowing that you're repeating it.
yeah,
You're like,
what have you
oh
done with
crap,
that?
I already know it that way. Right, so you have to say, oh crap, I've already done it that way more than you like.
Yes,
Right.
because the belief system is driving you to have the same experience again.
Mm.
Even though you're consciously aware that you don't want to do that again, you're at actually where I said I was at, where I recognized the point where I was going, wait, that's gonna be a lot of effort, I don't really wanna feel like that, and yet there's something driving me to do that again.
So-
Why am I doing that again?
Yeah.
So look at it like this. This challenge has repeated itself many times, and you're coming up with the same idea. It's not working out. So maybe that in and of itself
Einstein's
is
principle.
the challenge
Yeah.
to not worry about it working out. Because don't let credit define you, because that is a stigmatism, 3D limitation.
Well, I
Because what are you not going to have?
right,
and what if it doesn't make any difference? What if
Well,
you can still,
correct.
create whatever you would like to create,
Well,
and
okay,
it doesn't matter?
Okay, so I think I'm trying to release a paradigm that I held strongly for years.
Yes.
Because
You were tough.
I had a White House security clearance at 17, which was attached to credit.
What did we just watch last night? What else
White House, yeah. Okay. So from 17 years old till 42 years old when I retired as lieutenant colonel, credit
Was it?
was a part of my job. It was a part of everything.
Passing security clearances, all of those
Security
kinds of things.
clearances, everything. And the fear of that, which my parents have screwed up several times, because I helped them or whatever, the fear of that continuing to happen and that experience and trying to cover it up or trying to fix it.
Right.
Is driving the paradigm.
It's driving the paradigm.
Well,
Yeah.
it's sort of what I feel in that is, I know with security clearance and why they look at your credit, that it judges your trustworthiness of being worthy of given information that is sensitive.
Right.
And so you've got trust hitting you from both sides.
Yeah.
Trust
Which
that
is
it's
what
going
the
to get
channel.
better. Trust that it's going to get better, and then trust that
Yeah.
you're fucking worthy if it doesn't.
Right.
That's
Now,
classic.
see, there's the challenge.
Classic.
Am I worthy if it doesn't?
Yes.
Yes.
And so you have to
'Cause
be up to
what
the
are you
challenge of that.
what are you afraid that you're going to become if this doesn't get resolved?
True.
I know you're always going to be taken care of because you are your own universe. You believe that to a point of positivity. So you're always going to create your food, your shelter, and your toys that you want to play with to understand in your life, whatever you choose. You're always going to be taken care of. There's not one person that is awake out there that will never not or never go without the materialistic fundamental needs of self.
Right.
Trust.
And the interesting thing is, we've already seen in the past when the importance of something is released, bam, something shifts just like that.
It does. You can feel it in that split. It's like,
Not only
oh,
that, but
yeah.
things show up in the physical world.
Oh, yes.
absolutely.
Which is like, oh,
Like,
wow,
where did that
okay.
come from?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's
things that are not always easily, like, what, how did that happen?
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's just, we're showing ourselves what powerful creators we really are. And once we let go of our resistance,
the resistance to that, to accept that
Yeah.
as us creating instead of a coincidence.
then bam, there you go. There it is. Oh, wait, look, I
You
just
know,
created
we
something.
chalk it up to luck.
Exactly.
It's like kidding me?
Coincidence. Crazy coincidence. Yeah, and it's not coincidence.
And
It's us.
all of that comes effortlessly. It's when you give up the effort.
Yes.
And wasn't that what I was saying? Is that in that moment that I feel good, that I feel joy, that I
Yes.
feel all of those things.
You wanna do it.
I realize that wow, it's going to be a lot of effort to do something else, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Because that's what it says.
Because that's what my paradigm is telling me to do. Yeah, and that's just silly.
We're learning. I love it. We're all ascending. Yay.
No more shitting on yourself, Ed.
Yes. We'll talk about it some more. Alright, you ready?
I'm ready.
Look, yeah, we're ready.
Yeah.
See who's coming. Let's play a little with that. This is going to be about Ed. For his highest excitement drove him to speak about this, save his embarrassment. For he is truly wearing his heart on his sleeve, is he not? Exposing to the world who watch this. Yes, you don't know his face, but you know him through telepathy, through energy. And yet he doesn't have the fear to expose his heart, his weaknesses, what you call weaknesses. And in that, he has spoken his truth. For as vibrational love, we all feel compassion and understanding because we are a relationship to each other, so we connect, and of course we all feel the exact same thing he is feeling, don't we? We are not separate, we are one. So when you have the paradigm of acceptance, we'll talk about that. You were given a belief system, all of you, of one or another, that continually drives your acceptance, doesn't it? And if that is shattered by a paradigm that is now in front of you, then that fear is now the forefront of the security of that paradigm that you define as you, as acceptance, as the now you choose to be, because, again, of your beliefs. So, we'll ask Ed. Edward, let me ask you this question. Is it acceptance you seek because you have a good credit score?
I believe it, yes. I believe it's also tied to the ability to get a loan for a business or a home.
Stop there. Let me ask you a question. With bad credit, or this one dink, do you fathom for 1 second that your highest excitement comes along to buy a home? It presents itself in an opportunity of undeniable excitement which you are going to follow. Or your new paradigm is to start a new business. Do you think for 1 second that you would not give yourself that loan despite what your credit is? So now you see that you are basing that probability of experience of getting a loan on your credit instead of the universe. Do you see that? It is trust, what you are trying to understand. That no matter what is happening in your life, you are on your path of true ascension to understand the challenges you need to let go of. Does this vibrate with you? Resonate? Do you understand?
Yes, it vibrates. My body is vibrating, actually. Yes.
Do you have clarity on this as we speak?
Yes.
Wonderful. Yes, we understand that you are bombarded by your credit score. And it defines you. Because you have the ability to do what? Truly deepen your debt. How exciting. That is what credit is for. To deepen your debt and keep you enslaved to your money.
Awesome.
Is this not true?
Yes.
The vibration.
Yeah.
Well, hello. The entity Bashar vibration. I always like to come in when things are happy. That was my cue. Because we like fun. We all have different messages and different ways to hit different people at certain angles at different times, all of course perfect. And this moment was perfect to bring Akina in, a ninth density Pleiadian, to give you clarity on that, and to see the tethered chain around your neck, trying to fly. Every time you fly, choke. Really. How exciting. So, anyone have any questions before I get to my point? Anything else we want to discuss? I'm really talking to Ed.
No, I think it's starting to become clear.
Good.
The issue. Yes.
Yes. Awesome. What a fine challenge you've given yourself, and you've brought it to the forefront with your companions, with your ascension in relationship, and you've seen it. Clarity is given. How awesome. Welcome to the higher vibration of yourself. Feel good, doesn't it?
Better, yes.
Better. Ah, nice adjective. Feel good, doesn't it? Yes. No. Better.